go. We are ready to go. Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. Everyone's back.
Oh, my gosh. I'm a little worried
that
for the second consecutive day, we have no El Puppy. If she were here, I feel like she'd be rattling the chains of the door of the funny horse. Don't you think that's what she'd be doing?
There is no
funny
horse, and the non-existent funny horse does not have a door.
There is a rule in improvisational comedy called accepting the offer.
I refuse to accept that offer.
When there are two people on stage trying very hard to make something coherent out of the utter madness and emptiness that is a live cast with no content and no agenda, which is the plan today, the least one person can do for the other is to accept the offer, to honor. And so there is a funny horse, Robbie. There is. And the funny horse is standing right behind us, and he's hungry for some oats. And I have convinced him that you have an oaty taste about you. All right? So he's not just a funny horse, but he's a hungry horse.
I'm going to close the window behind us because I haven't listened to anything that you said. But I noticed that whenever we move, sometimes we turn pink, sometimes we turn yellow.
And you think closing the window is going to change that?
I think the light in the background is
Robbie, light can come through windows. That's part of the thing about windows, is that because they're clear.
I'm closing the shade.
Oh, I thought Robbie somehow thought she could keep out the light by closing the window. Robbie's grasp of the basic rules of photosynthesis, photoelectrolysis. I don't know, guys. Look, this is what's happening here. Is the Real McCoys, no agenda, free for all, no rules, fun fest. Day 2 for April 5th. I originally put it for April 4th, but of course, that's yesterday. And we don't want to live in the past. We want to live it up today. We want to live in the now. Now, because my name is Matthew Swanson.
El Puppy's back.
Oh, thank goodness, El Puppy. Because my name is Matthew Swanson, and because I like to run a tight ship, I have created an agenda for...
An agenda for no agenda, day 2.
I recognize the fundamental contradiction in terms that I am somehow setting in motion, and yet I ask you to indulge me because, once again, we are equal partners in this exchange, and I need the dignity of knowing that you respect my wishes.
Nobody
just
respects
as much.
Your wishes. Just show the agenda. Nobody has control over this. You're the one in control. Matthew expresses his discomfort about the implications of sanctioned entropy.
All right, you guys. Here's the thing. I used a lot of words, but all of them were important. Matthew expresses, what am I doing?
His discomfort.
You understand all those words.
Yeah.
I'm articulating, I am saying that I'm not entirely happy with this
He's a little uncomfortable
lack of structure, okay? With the
about the implications
of
sanctioned entropy. I think you have to explain implications.
The implications are the things that will result from, okay? If I hit a bat and I hit a ball with a bat, the implications are it might hit somebody's window, okay? Whenever you do something, there's a corresponding effect. So I'm worried about outcomes. The implications of sanctioned entropy. Sanction is to approve of something or allow something or let it to happen. Mm-hmm. Entropy is the utter disintegration of particles moving, not disintegration, particles moving away from each other. An increasingly disorganized universe. The opposite of order. Absolute chaos. I feel that if we spend you not just do you live in it, you thrive in entropy. If we have 2 consecutive days with no agenda, no rules, no structure, I worry that the very rivets holding this battleship together might dissolve and we could sink into the ocean. I just wanted to express to you, I wanted everyone to be warned in advance what might happen if we continue down this road. What does this say?
Matthew clings to the agenda as if a life raft in the midst of a choppy sea.
Well, there you go. The metaphor I came up with anew corresponds very closely to the metaphor I adopted for the writing of the agenda. I am feeling very much adrift, my friends. I'm worried about sinking. I need your help. I need a life raft. I need someone to rally the captain to turn this ship around.
A consistent life raft in the jokes that we are being told to tell. Foreshadowing. 2 bullet points. 1. From now. 2 bullet points from now. Matthew's going to weep. But we're telling you this now because 2 bullet points from now, it will be too late.
This is your last chance. This is your last chance to keep me from weeping, from the ship from sinking.
We all want to see you weep.
And
what are you talking about?
Entropy from descending.
Robbie shreds the agenda into bite-sized pieces, but resists the urge to eat them.
You don't have to do that, Robbie. You can fight the agenda. No! No! No!
Bite-sized pieces is too tiny.
The bullet points were right. The ball. Wait, you resist the urge to eat underneath them. You didn't read the agenda. The agenda said that you resist. You resist the urge. Robbie, resist the urge. Take those out of your mouth. All right. Now, you all have been warned. We have no rules, no order, no agenda. Matthew's just going to stand here bobbing in the waves, getting all salty, and probably getting eaten by barracudas if we're in that kind of ocean.
We have a bunch of jokes that we need to attend to.
All right. I surrender to the process.
Where's your not computer? What is that thing called that you play and makes the sounds?
Oh,
guitar.
Where's your guitar? I'm not playing my guitar.
You're playing guitar
that wasn't
to answer
on the
agenda.
Jokes.
I have added it to the imaginary agenda.
Robbie, if you're in charge, then I'm going to do what you say because your authority is the only thing that makes sense anymore in this world. Yes.
DJ, why did Humpty Dumpty fall off the wall?
Why did Humpty fall off the wall? Why? Because he was dizzy. He was so dizzy. Because he was full of scrambled eggs.
Oh.
He fell off the wall.
That's a good guess.
Okay, is it incorrect?
It's very incorrect and it's not close.
Oh. Well, you didn't have to rub it in. How about just saying it's incorrect? You don't have to put your foot on it and rub your heel around in the middle of my chest. Okay, what's the actual joke?
I just meant that if you were going to go further with scrambled, that was the wrong direction to take.
I wasn't going to go further. I felt sufficiently chastened by your rudeness and your vitriol.
Oh, that's a good word. Vitriol.
All right, go ahead.
It just means speaking angrily.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
What is it?
He had too much eggnoggin.
He had too much eggnoggin. Eggnoggin.
Well, I mean, I guess he just had too much eggnog.
He had too much eggnog. Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah. Wow. All right, what's the next one?
All right, next one is... This one's from El Puppy. It's not so much a joke. It's just a statement. I told my friend that she was drawing her eyebrows too high.
Is that it?
She looked surprised.
That's great.
Right? That's a funny
I told
one.
my friend that she was drawing her eyebrows too high. She looks surprised. I like it.
That's a good one.
Good job, El Puppy. Thanks for coming today. El Puppy, I'm still super mad at you for not coming yesterday.
No, you aren't.
So
she was very busy.
Destroyed.
Sorry, she even apologized. Sorry, we were super busy. Matthew, be nice.
No, El Puppy.
All right.
Look, if El Puppy's going to dish it out, she's got to be able to take it. All right, here we go.
All right.
Yep.
Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know the answer to this. I can't find it. What did the ice cream cone do on vacation?
Is it safe to tell a joke we don't know the punchline to?
No, I do. I just found it. What did the ice cream cone do on vacation?
What did the ice cream cone do on vacation? It's the question we all ask. What did the ice cream cone do on vacation? Was she vanilla? Was she chocolate? Was she strawberry? Was she Neapolitan? We don't know. That wasn't part of the joke. It was in part of the joke. What did she do on vacation? She melted 'cause she went to South Beach. She just melted and got all messy and got on someone's fingers, and it was really not neat. Wow, 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 wow. You gonna tell me the answer? Wow, 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 wow.
She just chilled.
She just chilled because she's ice cream. That was so much easier than what I thought about. She chilled. Chill. All right, what's up?
Okay, we have a definition of entropy from William.
Okay, let's have it.
Perhaps Thomas.
Okay, one of those
Thomas.
shanks.
It is
Yes.
actually Thomas.
Okay, tell us, Thomas.
Perfect entropy is when all energy in a closed system is distributed completely evenly. In the case of our universe, as a matter is just frozen energy, perfect entropy would be a soup of subatomic particles never interacting till the end of time. Okay.
Does that sound like a good thing?
The point is...
What?
Well, I would think that you would like this. Perfect entropy is all of the things staying where they are and not mixing up with each other, right?
Do you understand that in order for life to persist, the organs and the molecules in the cells and the little particles that make up our bodies need to function in a kind of organized...
interactive way.
Yes. If there were entropy, we would just be little bits of nothing floating by with no thoughts, no guitar playing, no jokes, no ice cream, no books, no roller coasters, no lizards, no Robbie
But
Bear.
how organized would it be, Matthew?
That
I thought
is
you
not-
liked organization.
You are taking my love of organization a bit too far. You don't understand. Control is necessary to keep the organization in a sort of meaningful continuum. Yes. Do we have any more jokes? Or is
Yes.
that it? Are we, okay, please. Oh, Robbie likes this one.
What's the worst thing? This is very apropos of what we were just talking about, entropy and space. What's the worst thing about throwing a party in space?
What's the worst thing about throwing a party in space? Nobody brings snacks to space. No one brings snacks to space. There are no snacks in space. All the snacks are freeze-dried and you have to reconstitute them with your own saliva, which isn't fun.
What's the worst thing about throwing a party in space? You have to plan it.
Don't you have to plan parties that are not in space too, though?
But plan it.
I know, there's a pun, but I think there's a fundamental flaw in the joke's architecture.
I don't plan my parties.
We certainly didn't plan this one, that's for sure. All right, friends. I like that. Thank
Yes,
you. I
that
did not
was
mean
a
to
good
criticize
one.
the joke. I admire the joke. Planet. 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 Planet.
All right, you ready?
I guess so.
Why was the math book sad?
Why was the math book sad? The math book was sad.
Oh,
The math book
your
was
voice even broke. You were so sad.
sad. Because algebra is heartbreaking. And geometry hurts worse than splinters.
Wrong.
And
Algebra and
calculus is
geometry.
like having a fork
Yes.
stuck in your
I
eye.
agree about calculus.
What is it? What is it?
Why
What's the joke again? Why is math sad?
was the math book so sad?
Why is the math book so sad?
I think you can get this one.
Because someone threw it off a cliff because math is so painful. And wanted to jettison the math as far as they possibly could from the top of the cliff where they were standing. Why is the math sad? Because it's addition by subtraction. Because of fractions. Because of percentages and the law of probability, or
All of those things are...
problems. Because math is full of problems.
Yes,
Is that
'cause
right?
it had so many problems.
Has so many problems.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Robbie, for leading me down
You're
that
welcome.
blissful buttercup rose patch.
All right, where
Yes.
do you go to learn to make banana splits?
Where do you go? Well, that's not gonna work. Oh, if Matthew played guitar
It's
better.
okay. It's okay. We love you, Matthew.
Where do you go to learn about how to make banana splits? We all want to know. You go to Clown Academy.
No.
You go to Monkey School. You go to Ice Cream College. You go to Cherry Academy. You go to Roasted Walnut Camp. And that's how you learn. You gotta go to all those places separately, and you rack up a bunch of debt because of all the simultaneous tuitions that are crushing and crippling to your family's bottom line, because none of those places offer financial aid, because making banana splits is not an essential industry within our capitalistic scheme.
The answer is Sunday school.
Sunday school was going to be the next thing that I said. It was on the tip of my tongue, but instead...
You send them to 7 different schools. Sometimes it's good to consolidate and just go to one school.
Sunday school.
Yes.
So the reason that joke works is because of homonyms. Do you guys know what homonyms are? They are words that sound the same, but actually are spelled differently and have different
Yes.
meanings.
Sunday AE
Yes,
is those
it's the
ice
ice
creamy
cream bit,
things.
yeah.
And Sunday AY is the day of the week.
That's right. Do we have any more jokes?
Ah,
Because-
yes.
well,
One more.
Okay, what is it?
Did you hear about the curious zombie?
Did you hear about the curious zombie? He spoke in an interrogative way. Curious zombie, instead of saying brains, he said questions. Instead of oh, did he pick your brain instead of eating it?
Very good!
Yes! Instead of eating your brains,
good.
he picked your brains.
Ah, I'm impressed.
The music brought me to that threshold of understanding.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's sad.
Oh, that's my favorite kind of joke. A good sad joke. Here, I only know 2 minor chords right now, but we'll play.
Right.
E minor, 'cause it's so A minor sad. Please tell me the tragic joke and I will try not to weep. But I cannot make any promises because the tone we've established is so devastating. Anything you put into this space must necessarily make us cry.
Plus, you were supposed to cry in 2 bullet points. That's another sad
Is that
chord.
a D minor?
I don't know.
Somebody tell me. Oh, a D7? Now there's hope.
No, I know.
But there's hope.
There's no hope in this joke.
There's no hope in this joke, Robbie. Please proceed with saying the things that are sad.
The man who invented Velcro
The man who invented Velcro
died.
And everybody around him
Said.
simply came apart because there was nothing left to hold them together.
That's good.
Okay, that wasn't it though.
That wasn't it.
And nothing that they felt in their emotional hearts could stick. They were torn apart and it made a sound like
Close.
Right? What's the question?
There's no question.
Oh.
You
The
just
man
have
who
to guess.
invented Velcro died, and then instead they made the man who invented zippers the king. Because they needed someone to pick up the pieces and put everything back together again. All the shoes that had been Velcroed needed a new way to go on, so the Zipper King walked down the road and said, everything is mine now. Everything is mine. I'm in charge of everything. Out of the way, all of you who used to like Velcro. Your feelings aren't important anymore. They're not important anymore. Is that what you thought was so sad? What's next? What's next? What is the actual punchline?
The actual punchline is the man who invented Velcro
died.
Rip.
Oh, instead of R.I.P.
Rip.
Oh, I like that. I
liked your story, though, about the Zipper King.
My story was an inevitable result of that really fine setup, so thank you. Whoever gave me that setup was the real author of that song.
There you go.
Whether
that
you
was William.
choose to claim it or not is your decision. Thank you, William. What's happening now?
Well,
we're making somebody's mom crack up.
We're making Lemon Turtle's mom crack up.
That's always my goal, is to make moms laugh.
All right.
Woo! All right. We were going to interview each other today.
Oh, so things are difficult in space. You know what? The song that you sang about...
Yes. I did steal a little bit from Drew Bunting's masterpiece, Difficult in Space.
Wait,
you know what? We will
Wait. Let me see if I can find it. We'll play you a little...
We're going to play it?
We'll play you a little piece of it.
Wow. I'm a little tired from all that guitar playing, you guys. Not playing the guitar well is really tiring. It's probably more tiring than playing it well. Maybe one of these days I'll get on the Zoom with Drew, and Drew can give me a lesson in how to play guitar better for you guys. You can also look in Apple Music because it's in Apple Music.
I know, but Apple Music was not...
Okay, here we go. And the E's are featured in this intro. This is a song by Drew Bunting on the album Jetpack.
Maybe we should dance.
Which you can listen to on Apple Music, Spotify. You can get it on...
Difficult in space. Can't use a fork. Can't use a plate. Taking a drink. Difficult in space. Gotta use a straw or hit it with your face. It's difficult in space. Going to the bathroom.
Not gonna show you that one.
Difficult in space. Gotta use a vacuum. Suck it all away. Taking a bath. That's difficult in space. Your baby wipe scrubbing at a furious
gives us images
No one wants to
that
see
lift us.
Your bottom in space.
Or not in space.
Cover up your bottom in space.
Robbie, cover it up.
Oh,
Nobody wants to see your bottom in space.
Play on the guitar. Difficult in space.
And on Earth, it's also hard
With a
here.
rubber band. Maybe a brace. Play on a banjo. It's impossible in space.
And here on Earth.
Mission control. They said no banjos in space. They said it's a distraction. Banjos in space.
No banjos in space.
No banjos allowed in outer space. Personal hygiene. It's difficult in space. Toenail pieces. Brushing up on your face. Been a lot of monkeys. Shot into space. Also been a chimp. But that's a primate.
That's different than a monkey.
Monkeys in space.
Monkeys in space.
Primate still not monkey in space. Writing a love song. It's difficult in space. I wrote this instead. I'm not even in space. A disco party is difficult in space.
My favorite line. My favorite line.
Buggy with a cutie. Cutie floats away. No space embrace. Sharing your emotions in
Robbie, I love you in space.
Aw.
I love you in space, Robbie.
bad man,
Difficult in space. Difficult in space. Difficult in space.
Oh,
That's Matthew playing the harmonica.
that's me playing the harmonica, you guys. I used to know how to make music. That was pretty simple. It was pretty straightforward. Drew's like, Matthew, we'll find something really easy for you to do it. Then the song just go. And then I only did it for a while, and the producer actually just recorded it in a loop.
Oh,
So I didn't even have to do a
you
simple
didn't
thing
have
for
to
very
do it
long.
lots. and
There's
lots.
lots of ways to.
I'm tired. That was a
You're
lot of
tired.
dancing.
I'm tired. Friends, what else can we? Let's have we. We've succeeded in
we
making your
su-
mom laugh again.
excellent,
Awesome.
excellent.
All right. Now,
All
what
right.
is so good? Oh, I think one of the E's is
Yes.
appreciating the excellence
Of the song.
Of the song.
Yeah.
Whoa, isn't this supposed to be PG? I didn't know stripping was involved.
We didn't strip.
I just took off my sweater. Beth, you're in timeout. You're not allowed to comment in timeout. Oh, knock knock. Oh wait, here we go. There's a joke from Beth. Don't look at the punchline.
Oh.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Matthew.
Matthew who?
Matthew. Like math. You.
Oh.
Matthew. All right?
You?
Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Beth, go back to timeout. All right. Let's see. Where do you... Oh, we did that one. Okay. All right. So,
Yeah.
Robbie, we're going to interview each other for a moment here. We don't have very long. So it's going to have to be not one of the Actors Studio style. But
that's
just think
okay.
about a quick spot on CNN.
right.
We just have a couple minutes before the
Okay.
outro. Robbie Bear,
We didn't
Tell
drink
me-
our drinks today.
and we cannot because our glasses are
I might
empty.
have a little drop.
So instead of embracing the futility, let's move
all that
into
paper I ate,
let's move into the space of
all
possibility.
the dancing I did.
Do you see that
dry.
Robbie's trying to avoid the interview? She knows what sort of incisive and hard-hitting questions I am going to now posit for her to
didn't-
answer.
Was I supposed to think of questions for you?
were. We discussed this at the end of the day yesterday.
Oh, I thought of one question.
Okay, well, we only need one because the time is... The minutes are dying, my friends. Soon the show will be over and all of us can collectively weep. That's not true. We're going to be very excited when the show's over because we're going for a hike this afternoon. We're going to go outside. We're going to stretch our legs. We're going to smell the sun. We're going to feel the breeze in our hair. I hope it's windy so I can make good on that promise. Robbie, tell us about a formative childhood experience.
El Puppy says,
Yeah.
be quiet, my mom is on a work call.
Oh, poor mom. Like, literally, we're just too loud?
That's hilarious.
Oh, tell her we apologize.
yes.
If she got off her darn call, she could come here and be on the Laughing Mom Club. Apparently, we're making moms laugh. Is her phone call making her laugh? El Puppy, tell your mom to make better
Priorities.
choices. Yeah,
Priorities.
serious.
All right.
Again, Robbie.
Go ahead and ask me the question.
I did ask you.
Oh,
I said, tell us about a formative childhood experience.
A formative childhood
Which means an experience Robbie had when she was younger that made her the magnificent specimen of Robitude she is today. Or that makes... You can talk about a formative childhood experience that filled you with trauma instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will tell you one that is sort of both.
Okay.
So I grew up spending every summer, all 3 months of summer, in Alaska.
Yes.
In the tundra.
Yes.
In the middle of nowhere. Literally, you have to fly in a little tiny bush plane to get to where we were.
Bush plane just means a plane so small it has a propeller.
It's like 5-seater, people.
Tiny.
And you literally sit right next to the pilot and you can see everything that he's doing.
Cool.
Anyway, so we spent 3 months up there, which meant that... And there's nobody up there. I mean, there was us and there was one family that lived sort of next door to us. But next door is like a half a mile away and there's bushes and everything in between. But there's really not very many people up there.
Robbie's goal here is answering so slowly that there will only be one answer
this is good. I took a nap in the middle of the day, probably because I was being lazy and avoiding work.
Possible?
Point one.
I don't think so.
I woke up, nobody was home. I was probably 8 years old, maybe.
Okay.
My parents left us home all alone all the time. They would have gotten fired several times if we had lived in this day and age. So they just left me taking a nap. I woke up, I looked around, nobody was here. So I went out, and we live on a bluff, and from the bluff you can see down to the beach. And on the beach, my family there was a boat that had washed up to shore and had filled with sand. And my family was digging the sand out of the boat in order to retrieve the boat. My friends were also joining in. And I was like, oh, that looks fun. I totally want to do that. Even though it was work that I probably would have avoided if my friends hadn't been down there. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go down to the beach. And everybody looks like they're having so much fun. It's going to be super fun. I started walking. We had to take a special trail down to the beach. I started walking down the trail. And I saw what I thought was a ground squirrel. Ground squirrels they're small. They're probably like this big. But they ferociously will stand up in alarm and go when you alarm them.
Are you sure you're not a ground squirrel?
That was pretty good, wasn't it?
That was pretty good.
That was very realistic. Anyway, I thought I saw a ground squirrel at the edge of the trail, and I did not. I got scared, and I didn't want to go down.
Keep in mind, the ground squirrels are not in any way menacing.
No, they'll immediately run away if you walk towards them.
And they're this tall.
Yeah,
okay.
But it was not running away as I walked towards it. So I got scared. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to go down. So it took our families several hours to empty out this boat. And I was just sitting by myself feeling bored, and everybody was having so much fun. And they came back up, and I was like, oh, I would have come down and helped you, but I didn't want to admit that I was scared. I went out down the path to look down the path again, and the ground squirrel was still there. And I thought to myself, maybe that's not actually a ground squirrel. And I walked closer, and it was just a little stump. So I missed out on all of the fun. And from then on, I was like, I'm not going to be afraid of ground squirrels. That's stupid. It would have run away. And I missed out on like 2 hours of super fun with my friends digging out a boat. That's my story.
That was a good story. And I think that the characteristics that you learned that day are some of the finest things about you. Robbie is generally not going to be afraid of things that are unknown. She will go investigate them. She'll get right up in their faces and say, you have to give me a good reason not to take this risk, because most risks aren't really risks, and most risks have but some really important risks have the potential of turning into something great.
Yeah.
So anyway,
and
case in point.
Oh, that's being a risk?
Yeah.
No, you're not a risk.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
Your family what?
Oh, my family then subsequently talked about how much fun that digging out of the boat was.
Rubbing it in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you took a little saw and cut that stump away forever and then threw it into a hole
I did.
and
you know
set
what
it
I
on
did?
fire.
I got mad and I picked it up and I threw it back into the bushes.
I bet she did. Robbie still does that. She still throws stumps into bushes. I'm afraid we have no time for you to ask me any questions because you so luxuriously nursed the answer to that question.
I needed to fill in all of the surrounding information.
Apparently you did. I would like to show Ella's trophies.
Oh, yes.
We have talked about how
Ella.
Principal Ella is a figure skater. Is that correct?
No.
No, what is her superpower?
Irish step dancer.
An Irish step dancer. I knew she did something magnificent and coordinated that Matthew could never dream of doing. We are going to show you the incredible array of hardware she has picked up. Look at that!
Oh my goodness.
There are badges, there are trophies, there is a panoply. Is panoply the correct way of saying it? What is a panoply?
So.
I'm going to look it up.
Panoply is a wide range of many
I'm going to make sure
right?
I'm saying it correctly, because sometimes I use words incorrectly, and I do not want to lead you guys down the wrong road. But look at that. I think she sent us 2 photographs.
She
is there
did
another
send
one
us
too?
2 photographs.
Is this the more magnificent one?
Well, the other one is the many pictures she has of... Now, here's a question I have for Principal Ella sometime when you feel like answering Principal Ella, if you are here or not.
Just a moment. A wide-ranging and impressive array or display. The dazzling panoply of the Maharaja's procession. The panoply of European history. The panoply of Principal Schaefer's hardware from all of her Irish step dancing triumphs. Now, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Okay.
I just wanted to close the loop on panoply.
Sorry.
Yes?
My question is...
Yes.
The Irish step dancing that I know, there's very specific hair styling, which turns out to be wigs. I thought that all of these people styled their hair in these magnificent crowns of curls.
What's your question?
Right on. Like,
why?
Why?
Tradition, Robbie.
Is that
culture?
Is that an Irish thing?
Well, I don't know the answer to that, but I'm sure it's tradition. Certain, like, aren't you mad when you played field hockey that you had to wear that little field hockey skirt? Well, that's a piece of tradition.
I would currently lobby against that.
Right. So perhaps Ella doesn't like the hairdos. She can let us know, but I bet she does. I bet she embraces the tradition. In any case.
Look, everyone's giving Principal Ella the props. Thank you,
As
everyone,
they
for
should.
being supportive sidebar people.
Kylie has a joke that's going to be our final gesture today. Tomorrow, friends, I want to remind you that tomorrow we are going to begin
book 2, you guys.
Book 2 of The Real McCoys. We are going to start at the beginning. We're going to go to the end. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll read a reasonable and measured amount of The Real McCoys. We will read an entire chapter at least. We are not going to break up the first chapter.
Sure?
100%. As my friend Dan says, Hundo P. Hundo P, baby. Which is the way of saying 100%.
Oh my gosh. Please don't ever pick that up. If you guys start saying Hundo P, I'm going to go crazy.
So if your mom or your dad is like, are you ready to eat dinner? Did you wash your hands? And if you have washed your hands, you could say Hundo P. You could even say Hundo P, baby. All right? But probably they're going to look at you funny.
And they're never going to let you watch this show again.
Hundo P, baby. All right.
Wigs are styled. Yes to tradition. Oh. I just want to know the basis of that tradition.
Well,
it seems...
Maybe for tomorrow, Ella can give us a little bit more.
Principal Ella.
She probably already knows. Let's do the joke. The final joke. I'm not getting my guitar.
Okay.
I have retired my musician cloak for today. Yes, please, continue. Robbie, what?
What's gray?
Santa Claus's beard. Oh, no, it's white.
What's gray, cheers you up when you are sick, and carries a bunch of flowers?
Holy cow.
Kylie, you have to give the answer to this.
Oh, Kylie. Oh, how can we... answer equals... We don't know. This will be the cliffhanger. We'll tell you tomorrow.
This is a cliffhanger.
Because that's quite a collection of characteristics.
No.
Traditionally,
they danced after church and were in church clothes and had their hair done in curls.
Okay,
I appreciate that explanation.
It was sort of incidental that they were looking so fancy. Yeah. But today, when the dancing is done not after church, they're picking up on the tradition that was established because it was after church. I love that.
I do
when
too.
Stuff happens, not because...
Not just randomly. Right. That was a good reason, I feel like.
Oh, we have the answer. Don't look, please. Don't look. Oh, no, I'm the one who's not supposed to look. Fair enough.
I looked.
Gray?
What's gray, cheers you up when you are sick, and carries a bunch of flowers.
Chicken noodle soup.
No.
Chicken noodle.
No, very wrong.
Santa beard.
No.
Oh, what is it?
A get-well-elephant.
A get-well-elephant. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Kylie. I like that. All right.
Somebody draw me a get-well-elephant, please.
Could someone please do that? That would make Robbie happy.
Yes.
And when Robbie's happy...
Maybe I'll draw all of us. All of us, let's draw. This is our homework.
Everybody draw a get-well-elephant.
Draw a get-well-elephant.
Matthew will draw a get-well-elephant.
Yes.
And put them on the Facebook page, okay?
Yes.
On the Robbie and Matthew Facebook page.
Yes.
Put them on there, and we will be glad and grateful. What is it?
Oh, good. So El Puppy is maybe also an Irish dancer?
Is that possible? That there can be two Irish dancers on this one show?
Okay, so yeah, she's giving more details, just that it's appropriate to have church hair, curled hair.
All right, well, maybe tomorrow I'll curl my hair Irish step dancing style. Don't hold your breaths.
No.
I'm just saying
I
maybe.
could potentially do it, but I'm not going to do it.
Nobody's going to do that.
Like
Get Wellefant. That's what we're going to do for tomorrow.
Get Wellefant. That's
All right.
what we're doing.
Friends,
Everybody draw Get Wellefant,
Real
please.
McCoy's Volume 2 tomorrow. Tell your friends. Tell your families. Tell your moms. Tell your moms we appreciate their laughing with us today.
Thanks for partying
and
with us.
if anybody's dad's there, just thank them too. All right?
I
Grandmas,
know somebody's
uncles.
dad was there, was telling us about sine waves.
If your accountant is there, please give that person a fist bump and tell them thanks for joining in today. All right? Accountants, go. Thank you.
No, Google. Al Puppy just knew that from her brain.
Oh, puppy. Robbie, it's time to go.
Okay, I
I'm
don't
trying-
want to go. I
I
just
know-
like all these people. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, friends.